Well, good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Art Tipaldi. I'm the editor of Blues Music Magazine, and we're here this afternoon in New Jersey at really one of the stellar events in music that's happening, and it's called Harping for Kid. It's a benefit for the great guitar player Kid Ramos in his battle against cancer, and I'm sitting with the brains behind Harping with the Kid, New Jersey harmonica ace, if you will, Dennis Greunling. Dennis?
How you doing?
Nah, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good. So tell me, how'd this idea come about?
Well,
let me just say, Kid is a West Coast guy.
Yes.
How do we do a benefit on the East Coast?
Well, Bob Avon, who's a good friend of mine and a harmonica player as well, who I know, is good friends with Kid. I have been a longtime fan of the West Coast blues artists, as you know, Rod Piazza, Kim Wilson, Kid Ramos, all those players. And the idea came up actually from Bob, and you know, he thought maybe it would be a good idea to get some of the harp players that I know and that we both know, some of our heroes, really, on the show. And you know, how could I not get behind this cause?
Right.
I mean, Kid's a great guy, and I really look up to him and his music, and you know, it was a no-brainer, really.
Yeah. I know for many of us on the East Coast, we wish we could go to these benefits when they happen, but they always happen on the West Coast.
Right.
And you really are bringing this to your East Coast audience and longtime fans of Kid and everyone else who's here.
Sure, definitely. Yeah.
Logistically, how hard was it to put together with bringing these guys? I mean, you're here in Jersey.
Oh, you're talking?
Yes.
I mean, interview? I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
Okay, logistically, how hard was it for you to bring these great musicians here?
Well, it was tough to get everybody on the same date and on the same page and coordinating all that. So that was not easy. Kim and Rod and Kid, I mean, you know, Kim and Rod are touring a lot nowadays, and they're always all over the place. So that was tough. And then coordinating it with my tour schedule with Doug Deming and Steve Geiger, who goes overseas quite a bit,
Right.
was not easy, but it's worth it.
Yeah. What's your sense as you walk through the crowd about the love for Kid here?
You know, I was hoping for a good turnout, but it's even better than I expected, and the vibes that I'm getting from everybody is pretty overwhelming. Everybody loves Kid. Everybody in this community who's come out, and a lot of people I've known for years, some of them I haven't seen for a while, just are coming out to support the event because they love Kid and they love this music, you know, and they know him, some of them just through his records.
That's right.
You know, we haven't seen him around in the area on the East Coast.
Sure. Any surprises we can expect today?
Well, we're looking forward to hearing Kid. He's not scheduled, obviously, on the bill, but he is coming to sit in with some people. There may be a few other guest artists, but I'm really looking forward to hearing Kid play. And, you know, we heard a little bit of him last night privately. Yeah. And he was just smoking. Yeah. So I'm just looking forward to some good music.
Good. Well, this is a wonderful event you're doing, and you're to be commended. This is blues of the heart. You've got the big heart, my friend.
I appreciate that. I'm just glad to be part of it.
Good. And how do you know some of these, like Kim and Rod? How far back do you go with them?
Well, I've known them 20 plus years. Geiger, I grew up in Jersey playing harp, and Steve, being in Philly, was one of the first real harp players that I met, and Steve was always supportive. And I go back, you know, 20 some odd years with Steve. And I met Kim, you know, not long after that at some shows. You know, Kim and Rod would always see me at the shows, and they never knew who the long-haired guy was. Right. But I started doing microphone work for Kim not long after that, and we got to know each other through that. Good. And Rod just, you know, would always see me hanging around at the shows everywhere. So that's how they know me. But it's been 20 plus years. Yeah.
And have you toured the West Coast with these guys and gone out there and lived in the West Coast and learned from them, or much when they come east?
Pretty much when they come east. And back in the day, in the 90s, when they were touring more, I would see them all the time. You know, I would see multiple times a year even. Right. You know, which doesn't happen nowadays. No. But I learned a lot from their recordings and from a lot of the guys they learned from as well. But, you know, I just kind of developed a friendship from there. Right.
Well, I'm you know, I don't, when I say this, I mean it. You really are separating yourself from the pack of young harmonica players and really starting to make a name for yourself, have a nice individualistic sound that I think you can identify as, you know, that's my sound out there now. And, you know, I know it comes from years of listening to all these other people, but now there's a Dennis Greunling sound out there. You've got, what, 4 recordings out? 5?
I got 5 recordings out, Yeah, 5 Yeah, I know.
Is the latest one on VizTone?
The latest one is on VizTone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right now getting ready to do a 6th one. So.
Good, very good. Well, thank you, Dennis, and,
Thank you so
really, kudos for what you're doing today, you and Bob Avon. This is a thrilling event, and I know I'm thrilled to be here, and those fans out there are just going to get some real nice surprises.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing it myself.
All right, brother. Take care, Dennis. Thank you.
Roy.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here with Dennis Greunling, who is the brains behind this benefit for Kid Ramos called Harping for Kid. I'm Art Tipaldi. Enjoy the show.